Man is considered the most evolved of all living beings. But the evolution of man over the millennia has seen him destroy forests where he once lived in perfect harmony with other animals and build a concrete jungle of his own. In the rapacious pursuit of his worldly goals, he has severed the delicate link that binds him to nature. Fortunately, good sense appears to have finally dawned, even though rather late in the day. In a supreme irony, man has conceived and created sanctuaries in an effort to save the animal kingdom from the avarice of man. Among the many sanctuaries in Odisha is a Kuldiha sanctuary situated in the tri-junction of Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar and Balasore districts. Spread over an area of 272.75 square kilometer, it was declared a wildlife sanctuary under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 on the 4th of January 1984. Subsequently, a series of effective steps have been taken for maintenance of essential ecological processes and life support systems, preservation of genetic biodiversity, and sustainable utilization of species and the ecosystem in the sanctuary area. The sanctuary is part of Mayurbhanj Elephant Reserve. The sanctuary broadly contains northern tropical semi-evergreen forests, peninsular salt forests, moist mixed deciduous forests, and mixed dry deciduous forests. It contains a high forest ecosystem with sparse grassland and riparian vegetation along the perennial nalas. The sanctuary supports a diverse faunal composition and is a repository of 32 species of mammals, 149 species of birds, 45 species of amphibians and reptiles, along with many species of butterflies and odonates. Mega herbivores like elephants and gores, besides chital, sambar, porcupine, pangolin, giant squirrel, sloth bear, and wild pig are found in large numbers in the sanctuary. Also seen here are carnivores like leopards, leopard cat, and wolf. Prominent avifauna such as owls, red jungle fowl, grey hornbill, eagle, lapwing, kingfisher, as well as reptiles such as Indian rock python, cobra, king cobra, monitor lizard, and Indian flapshell turtles. Kuldiha Sanctuary, however, is primarily known for its elephant population. Elephants are long-ranging animals. They move from habitat to habitat in search of food and water to meet their mundane needs. A particular habitat can never meet the huge requirements of the jumbo animals. Fragmentation of wildlife habitats as well as traditional elephant corridors have forced the wild elephants to adopt unnatural habits, which in turn are leading to intense man-elephant conflict. The elephants from nearby Simlipal, Hadgad Sanctuary and West Bengal, Jharkhand frequently move through the sanctuary, located midway through the traditional Simlipal-Hadgad Kuldiha elephant corridor. To mitigate the man-animal conflicts, various corridor development activities are being taken up in the sanctuary to contain the elephants and other wild animals in their natural habitats. A number of proactive steps have been taken by the Forest Department for the holistic development of the environment in the better interest of the inmates of the sanctuary. Salt licks and meadows have been developed inside the sanctuary, keeping in view the requirement of nutrition of the wild animals. Water bodies have been created and are being renovated regularly to meet the water requirements of the resident animals. Fodder and fruit-bearing trees are being planted on the bunds of the water bodies to meet the requirements of the wild animals. Loose boulder structures and subsurface dikes have been constructed to promote soil moisture conservation as well as recharging of groundwater. Elephant squads, firefighting squads and anti-poaching squads have been deployed to address the crisis on the ground instantly. Trap cameras have been installed by the Forest Department to monitor the movements of the animals as well as poachers. Check gates have been set up at strategic locations like Tenda, Puranapani, Jharanghati, Godasahi and Balianala to prevent poaching, illicit felling and removal of forest produce. The watchtowers constructed within the sanctuary are part of the anti-poaching measures, besides facilitating viewing of the natural beauty and wild animals of the sanctuary. Trenches and solar fences have been set up at various locations inside the sanctuary. Such a step has drastically reduced the man-elephant conflict in the region. The sanctuary offers a number of enchanting spots for tourists. Savoring the expansive meadows, following the nature's trail, and boating in Risia Reservoir and ecotourism destination at Gohirabolo constitute exciting prospects for the visitors to the sanctuary. A giant tree inside the forest, popularly known as Ghost Tree, also fascinates visitors. Baba Panchalingeshwar Temple and the waterfall nearby, located inside the sanctuary, draws the attention of ecotourists as well as pilgrims. The temple at Mandaleshwari also adds to the spiritual ambience of the sanctuary. Tourists can also enjoy two more places. One is the ancient goddess temple at Sujunagarh and the other is the old royal palace of Nilagiri King, which lies near the sanctuary. The sanctuary is around 235 kilometers from the state capital Bhubaneswar and 40 kilometers from Balasore. Tourists can avail accommodation and canteen facilities in specially equipped tents, which can be booked online. Tourist guides are also available to provide assistance to the visitors in need. It is an exhilarating feeling when the soul roams in the forest, breathing rich oxygen. The eyes momentarily close under the warm sun rays and the senses get captivated by the fragrance of nature. The numerous potholes, craters and rocky paths, there's mysterious wildflowers, bamboo, thorns and muddy river banks all appear endearingly familiar. Time has passed, generation has changed, memory has faded, but the soul still feels the intimacy of nature. It feels at home. The preservation of this heavenly environment is the responsibility of man, and caring for it his duty. He is known as the finest living being because of his humanness, not because of his destructive potential. After all, the purpose of all living beings, and not just humans, is creation and preservation.